From miles away you can see the big clouds of dust. This image was taken just southwest of the Huachuca Mountains in the Coronado National Forest. Ancestral Otham and Apache land, and many other tribes that might have called this place home. Common sight nowadays is seeing these big trucks carrying shipping containers for the construction of the new border wall barrier. These trucks come all the way from Whetstone, a location that is about 50 miles away one way, make their way through the national forest into the US-Mexico border. They load up and bring these big shipping containers and other types of heavy equipment. Staging stations in the national forest are being used nowadays to store these shipping containers. All the vegetation has been bulldozed away and the land is heavily impacted. And as this new border wall grows, it's really hard to imagine what is going to happen the next time that the monsoon season comes and the water needs to move freely through this landscape. And just as water needs to move through the landscape, also wildlife depends on migration in order to find the resources they need to survive. It is extremely important at this point that we increase wildlife habitat instead of decrease it, putting barriers in between. For 40 years, Michael Brown has come to this area. Bird watching and collecting wood are some of the activities he likes to do. Also, during this time he has encountered only one migrant, but he has encountered plenty of wildlife that makes him really appreciate this place and continue to come and take care of it every chance he can. The San Rafael Valley, it is an area that is so remote that makes it a very special place and a great wildlife migration corridor. Species like the Jaguar and many others call this place home, as it sits between the Huachuca Mountains and the Patagonia Mountains. Sources of water and perennial streams are a common sight on this area. With the spending of almost $100 million for 3,000 containers to try to cover 10 miles of land, it's really hard to know right now what is going to happen to the San Rafael Valley in the future. But what we know is that the way that the San Rafael Valley has existed for millions of years is about to change drastically to the construction of a border wall made out of shipping containers.